Hello and welcome back to another FPL video. In this video we're going to look back at game week 16 and how I got on, which, spoiler alert, it's so bad. It's so bad. So bad. I don't want to show it, to be honest, but I'm going to. And then we're going to look at game week 17, look ahead to that with the unlimited transfers. We're going to see how my first draft from my team is looking. So this is how my team got on in game week 16, and like I said, it is bad. And I wasn't joking. It's so bad, man. 28 points. I was in the top 15k before. I've now over 60,000. It was awful. I targeted 1,000 points. I'm nowhere near it, man. Nowhere near it. I think I jinxed myself by saying that. Yeah, awful. Absolutely awful. One assist and one clean sheet. No goals. Oh, let's just go through the team then. David De Gea, starting goal. I made the transfer and it was David De Gea. That's all I did. I figured my team looked good. I had good fixtures. I thought Danny Ward's not going to get a clean sheet against West Ham, but Man United got Fulham, and Fulham didn't have Mitrovic. Easy clean sheet. No, that wasn't the case. Fulham scored, and not only that, but David De Gea made 6 saves, so he got 2 save points out of it. That's how bad Man United were, yet again. Shocking, man. The worst part of the week is definitely Danny Ward. I did not think he was going to get a clean sheet. Not only did he get a clean sheet, he made 6 saves, so he got 2 save points, and then he got the 3 bonus points. Oh, that's a hard pill to swallow, that one. So onto the defence. Let's start with the only positive. Kieran Trippier got a clean sheet. I mean, this was probably the only team that I didn't think was going to keep a clean sheet. I did say Chelsea are hot and cold. But yeah, clean sheet against Chelsea. Very happy with that. I mean, that's the only part I was happy about, really. But yeah, would have been nice to get some extra points out of him because I needed it. But I'll have to take the clean sheet. And I got a bonus point out of him. But so many people now own him. It doesn't really change anything for me. Oh, Joel Ward. Joel Ward. What a terrible, terrible transfer he's been. He's got, what, 1 clean sheet since I brought him in? And he got a bonus point, and that was it. This game, he didn't start. He comes on, and he gets a yellow card. What? What's that about? He played Forest away. I figured Forest weren't going to score, to be honest, because you just don't see him ever scoring. They scored. They beat Crystal Palace. Shocking, man. I'm telling you now, Ward is not going to be in my team for game week 17. He's been a nightmare. I thought differential is going to work out. Everyone's gone for that gay guy. This guy plays right back all the time, and he was playing 90 minutes every game. Now suddenly Nathaniel Klein's challenging him, taking his position half the time. Waste. And then you got Cancelo. I mean, Man City. Nobody saw this one coming. Man City lost 2-1 to Brentford. The worst thing is Tony scored as well. We'll get into that a bit later. But yeah, I mean, lucky he probably didn't get sent off again, really. That's the only positive I can think of. But yeah, another shocking performance. Another yellow card from him. He's been pretty bad recently, to be fair to him. Not really great. And then obviously the 2 defenders on the bench. James Justin, unfortunately, he's going to be out for a while, so he will be out of my team. It's a shame because he was doing really well for me before he got injured. It's a bit gutted about that. And then obviously Sufal. Sufal's been an absolute nightmare. I thought he was so good last season. I thought maybe he's going to start again. 'Cause they were playing fire at the back at times and he was playing. No, he only plays Europa League games. It looks like he might be gone in January. Nightmare. I've lost so much value out of him as well. He's now 4.2. I bought him at 4.5 and I thought that was a bargain. But again, stupid decision from me. So he'll be going. Can't wait to get rid of him, to be honest. Midfield, look at that, man. Just look at it. Shocking. Salah. They beat Southampton 3-1. They scored 3 goals. You're thinking, yeah, goal, maybe assist from Salah. Nothing. You got nothing from him. It's been pretty much like he's been all season. Just, yeah, not good enough. For the value he is, I mean, he's got a few points here and there, but he's just not doing what he's done in the past. Not good enough. Saka, yeah, got nothing from Saka this week. It's one of them. I mean, he's doing great at the minute in the World Cup, but it would have been nice if he did great in game week 16. Weren't the case. 3 points from him. I'm not too angry about it. I'll just have to take that clean sheet point, but it would have been nice for him to have got the assist instead of Martinelli, because I'm pretty sure Martinelli is more highly owned than Saka. But yeah, so Martinelli got an assist. I was kind of hoping after he got that assist, maybe he would get a goal or two. Wasn't the case. So yeah, a bit unfortunate in there. Got a clean sheet bonus point out of him, but not exactly jumping for joy because, look at the next guy. Zaha. Nothing. Again. I mean, this guy missed a penalty. I think this just typifies my week. I saw it. I thought, buzzing. I'm going to get a goal and I need these points. Because it didn't start off great, obviously, in the Man City game. And then that happened. He missed the penalty. And it's just like, really? Is this what my week's going to be? And yes, that was how my week's going to be. So I got nothing from Zaha. All I can say is a good job he didn't take him off earlier. Else it would have been like a -1. But shocking. Then obviously you got Pereira. I weren't expecting much of him. That's why he was on my bench. 2 points. Nothing really to say about that. Strikers, look at that. Just look at that. Gabriel Jesus, 2 points. Doesn't score, does he? As great as he is, he just doesn't score. And what's his job? To score goals. Oh yeah, but he plays really well. Yeah, well, he's not scoring goals. There's a reason why he didn't start for Brazil. Anyway, he's out injured now, so he's probably going to be out my team. But yeah, shocking. And then Callum Wilson, I've been absolutely burned by this guy. Gets 19 points. Tony gets suspended like an idiot, so I've had to make the change. He got 1 point in the other game. I've kept him in this game because I didn't think Tony would get any goals against Man City. And then yet Tony goes and bags 2 goals, so I've been absolutely mugged off. I may as well have kept Tony for the suspended game and just had 1 point less and had that massive fall from Tony, but didn't happen. Been absolutely burned by Wilson. So burnt, I don't know if he'll be in my team for game week 17. I mean, God knows if he's going to be fit in the World Cup games because he wasn't. Apparently, had a niggle, so I don't know if he's going to play against France, but we'll have to see on that one. But he's absolutely burned me in those 2 weeks. So whether he'll be in my team for game week 17, it's yet to be seen. And then finally, look at that, Haaland. He didn't score. He did not score. Could not believe it. You think if anybody's going to score, it's going to be Haaland. Not only that, the guy got a yellow card, so I went from having 4 points to 2 points because he was my captain. So, yeah, awful, absolute awful week that was. And the worst thing about it is, I've got to keep looking at my red arrow for like a month now because of this World Cup. So frustrating. But that's how my awful team got on in game week 16. So this is my game week 17 first draft. Now, as you can see, goalkeeper wise, I've kept the same 2 for now. Danny Ward's in there because, well, for 4 million for a Premier League goalkeeper that starts, I can't take him out, to be fair. And he's been playing really well in the Premier League recently, so you can't really complain. Now, his next 2 fixtures are Newcastle at home and Liverpool away. So out of the 2 goalkeepers I got there, he won't be started in the first 2, to be fair, because I don't see clean sheets in these games. I know we got a clean sheet against West Ham, but Newcastle before the break were in form. Liverpool at Anfield is a very tough fixture to go to, so can't see him starting in those 2 games. Whereas Man United, David Gea, he is currently in my draft team for now. If I do change with anybody, I mean Nick Pope, he's a bit overpriced for me for now, so I don't think I'll go for Nick Pope. If anybody, I'll go for maybe the Crystal Palace guy, Guaita. Maybe the Chelsea keeper. But the problem is we just don't know which Chelsea keeper it's going to be. But yeah, or the Brighton keeper in Sanchez. Now, with the Chelsea goalkeeper, if you look at it, they do have a double game week in 19, but one of them's Man City. So yeah, those are the choices that I'm dealt with at the minute. When you Liverpool Man City keepers, they're just too expensive for now. So I'm not going to go for either of them. So at the minute, David De Gea, they've got Forest at home their first game back. That's a nice fixture, I'd say. And then Wolves away, and Wolves are in well, shocking form really. But they've got a new manager, so. But it's not the worst fixture. And then Bournemouth at home. So those first three fixtures back for United don't look too bad. So for now, I've got David De Gea in goal as well. So here are my defenders then for game week 17. Well, let's have a look so far anyway. I've made 3 changes so far. I've kept Kieran Trippier. They've got Leicester away, Leeds at home, first 2 fixtures. They're good fixtures. And then got a tough one against Arsenal, but then you're looking at Fulham at home, Crystal Palace away. So yeah, they've got good fixtures coming up. So he's going to stay in there regardless. Cancelo, I mean, there's something about Cancelo. I don't know whether he'll be in my team for game week 17. I'm and ahhing about him. See, if I take him out, no my luck, he'll go and bag or get a load of clean sheets, assists, whatever. Just get a load of points and annoy me. So I'm undecided on Cancelo, but for now he's in there. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I'm expecting a bounce back from Liverpool after that poor start to the season so far. Especially with Trent, he's just been awful really. And if I do swap him with anybody, it probably would be with Robinson just because he's cheaper really. But for now he's in there. Like Villa away, Leicester at home, first 2 games back. And then even after that, they're not too bad fixtures coming up. You'd expect Liverpool to bounce back, so that's why I've got him in for now. I've gone for Webster, 4.5 million, cheap defender, plays every game. Brighton, they've looked good this season. Southampton away, first game back. That's a pretty decent fixture to be fair. They have got Arsenal homes, tough, and then Everton away and Liverpool homes. So hot and cold on fixtures. But you got to remember, Brighton are a decent side, so I mean, even the tougher fixtures, he'll probably just be on my bench for those games. But for 4.5 million for a starting defender, gets clean sheets. Yeah, he's in there for now. And then Ben White, Arsenal have looked really good this season, which I hate to say it, but they have. Now they've got a tough start really when they come back from the break. West Ham at home is probably their easiest game till game week 22 when it's Everton away. So I'm not really buzzing about Arsenal players right now. But for 4.6 million, he's been starting every game. I mean, we'll see if he starts when we come back from the break. Because Tomiyashi, he did all right for Japan in that game and a half that he played. But we'll see. But so far, he's been the first choice right back. So we'll see if that continues. But again, 4.6 million for a starting Arsenal defender. It's not too bad. So on to my midfield then now. Now as you can see, I've made 3 changes again. Now I've kept Martinelli. Same reasons with Trippier. They've just been brilliant this season. Their value's just skyrocketed. He's 6.7 million now. So if I was to sell him later on, I'd need to cough up another 0.3 mil. Now I know I've still got 2 million in the bank, but I don't want to waste that 0.3 mil on bringing him back. He's been so good. The only reason he'll come out now is if he gets a serious injury like Trippier. Now, I know I said Arsenal got some tough fixtures coming up when they get back, but I still think they'll score goals. Whether they'll keep clean sheets is yet to be seen, but I still think they're going to score goals. So that's why he's still in there. Now, I've got Somerville, so I've brought into him. 4.4 mil. He scores goals. He scored like 3 in the last 3 games for the Leeds. You can't really ignore that now. 4.4 mil as well, so cheap. Now, they've got Man City at home, Newcastle away, first 2 fixtures back, so he's not going to be anywhere near my starting lineup. But for now, we'll see. We'll see if I keep him. I might change my mind, but those goals, I just couldn't ignore it. We'll have to see. But for now, he's in there. I've got Kevin De Bruyne, so I've taken out Salah for De Bruyne, really. Whether I stick to that decision is yet to be seen because Kevin De Bruyne had an absolute shocking World Cup. I mean, so did Belgium as a whole, but if you look at how Kevin De Bruyne plays, some of his passing was just off. I mean, he was miserable throughout the whole thing. So maybe when he gets back to Man City, he'll be smashing it again. We'll have to see. They've got Lee's first game back. So if I do keep him, I'll really have to look at him in that game, see how he gets on, see if he goes back to normal. If not, then it would be a case of I'll just make a straight swap for Salah, because Salah's got Leicester at home on game week 18, so that's a decent fixture for them. We'll have to see though. We'll have to see how De Bruyne feels. I mean, really, most of the Man City's players that are at the World Cup have just been naff, really, haven't they? So we'll have to see how De Bruyne gets on. Andres Pereira, he's still in there. Can't really take him out, to be fair. He's 4.6 now, but he always plays for Fulham. He gets a goal here and there, he gets assists here and there. So, and he's just a good bench option to have. He always plays, so if worse comes to worse and one of my players suddenly just doesn't play, then I've always got him to play. And then finally, I've brought in Almiron of Newcastle, the highest scoring midfielder in the game so far this season. He's been brilliant this season. Jack Wilshere's really done him a favour. Their first two fixtures back are Leicester away, Leeds at home. They're good fixtures for Newcastle. He should be fresh after having a month off. We'll have to see about that. Maybe he might get a bit rusty. Hopefully that's not the case, but I think he will be in my team for the 17. I just can't keep ignoring him, even if he does flop now. But it would have to be these first two games. If he flops the first two games, I might have to look at taking him out. But even then, they've got Arsenal game week 19. Then it's Fulham, Palace, West Ham, Bournemouth. They're good fixtures, so it would be hard to take him out once he's in because they're such good fixtures. You have to see as well how they get on in the January transfer because no doubt Newcastle will be looking at signing players. On to my strikers now, and as you can see, I have made two changes. Obviously, I've taken out Jesus because of the injury. Currently, Callum Wilson is out because I got burned by him. Whether I bring him back in is yet to be seen because they've got two good fixtures coming up. And also, there's Harry Kane as well on my mind, so he could come in. We'll have to see because he just seems to score goals. Even though it's not 2-3, it's one goal a game. He's had a good season, to be fair to him, so he could come in, yeah. But for now, I've got Haaland, for obvious reasons. The guy's insane. No chance I'm going to take him out. Even if he might be rusty the first game, I think he'll still get a hat-trick probably against Everton. He's just that good, so he's definitely staying. I've got Darwin, who I'm definitely umming and erring. Can't decide. I mean, he's just had an awful World Cup, along with an awful start, really, to the league. I mean, we say awful because it costs so much, but he just seems like a donkey. I mean, maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe he'll smash it, but I'm leaning more towards maybe changing this to Harry Kane, but I haven't yet. So for now, Darwin Núñez is in there. And then finally, I've got Mitrovic. Now, I was planning on having Jesus for this game, but he's injured, so I've had to make a change, and it just seems smart to go for Mitrovic. I mean, unlike Darwin, I felt like Mitrovic had a pretty decent World Cup. I was quite surprised they didn't go through the group, but they did falter in a couple of games, but he did score. He scored a good header against, I think it was Switzerland. So, yeah, he'll come here in form. I mean, they've got a good start, really. They've got Palace, Southampton, then they've got double game week, so it just seems sensible to go for Mitrovic, really, for his price and the fact that he does score goals. So that's how my Game Week 17 first draft is looking right now. There's still quite a few players that I'm not confident about bringing in, as I've clearly mentioned with my strikers, for example. So yeah, I could still make a few changes. We'll have to wait and see. I'll probably do another video on a second draft in the next probably week, maybe. So look out for that. But please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see everybody on the next one.